Very good morning, dear friends. This is Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a very good sunny morning of 19th July. I just had my cup of tea and was just remembering the days. And in that process, I remembered a lot of persons. Their faces flashed before me one by one. The places, the Kendra Vidyalayas where I have worked, and my dear teachers and all my children, and everything just flashed. And then I thought of I should express my appreciation and gratitude to some of the people because of whom I had been on this little position. I had been principal for now 23 years in senior secondary schools in India. I got a number of officers. I got a number of my fellow principals. I got a number of my teachers. Of course, students also, because of whom I got motivated, because of whom I learned a lot, and because of whom I experimented with new ideas, and mostly I succeeded. So when I think of all my office, I'll start with my offices. I got a huge experience. That experience may be very useful to the viewers. Some of them, if they are in the education, most of them may be knowing the people I'll be speaking. But today I'll speak about one person. He is my revered principal, Sh Jain, and we call him respectfully Jain Sir, Sh SC Jain. Sh Jain retired as a Joint Commissioner Kendra Vidyalaya, something the highest position achieved by him. He's a source of motivation to me. What are my experiences with him and what did I learn from him when he was principal? I am going to speak. I remember that in 80s, perhaps 1983-84, he got transferred. I was a PGT at Kendra Vidyalaya Maho, and he got transferred from Happy Valley Kendra Vidyalaya Shillong to Kendra Vidyalaya Maho, and we were very happy and lucky to have him as our principal. A tall, towering personality with all great qualities of human excellence Shri Jain had. And I'll speak one by one my experiences with him, which I also learned from him. While we were sitting in the staff room, then suddenly we went out. He said, let's go in the principal's garden and discuss some matters. All our friends, my PGTs, we all went out and we discussed there's something, and suddenly it was hot and he said, let's go back in principal's room. So all of us went to his room, when suddenly I saw I saw him picking his chair and taking that chair with him. Seeing him, all of us picked our chair and followed him. That was a message given by him. I also saw him after our so many these Scout Guide rallies wash his plate first of all with the children. He was very popular among the children, and he was very fond of children. In fact, principal, though he doesn't have too much touch with the children, I think he was most popular among among the teachers. He had direct contact with the children. It was not only because of any administrative matter. It's because he was very fond of the children. He liked them, he guided them, and I still find him very active on Facebook with most of the students complimenting him. And really, when I look back, these are some of his personalities, some of things which we learned from him. And he was, my God, a very strict principal administrator. Though we were very close to him, he always kept his professional relations away from the personal relations. He gave more importance to professionalism than to personal relations. I remember I had many times seen him also standing out the classes, and once it was my class, and he said to me, "It's good if you come early," and I saluted him for his compliment and followed him all the time. Certain things which are to be communicated are only important and impressive if these are conveyed in a proper way. All my friends were very much appreciative of him and liked him and adored him as the elder brother. And I also remember when there was a bell in Kendriya Vidyalaya Mahu, the last minute of the last period. The bell is there and we all are out. And I used to park my Rajdoot motorcycle, red color, which I had purchased from Jain, outside his office. And when I used to kick it, I remember that he will come on the window and he will call me, "Mr. Ganjoo, come, we'll have tea." Oh my God, such a great person. Such a great gesture. What do you expect as a teacher when your principal has got a special blessings for you? Because I feel that Mr. Jain was, at his time when he was a principal, very selective of people, because he had a very sharp eyes to check whether a person is doing the job correctly or is useful or not. That quality I learned from him. And he always appreciated not only the students, he had a direct contact with the students. He loved them. All teachers loved him, and I still find him in my memories whenever I look back. A towering personality. Once we got an order from the Kendriya Vidyalaya Commissioner, "Please do one thing. Go and open Navodaya Vidyalaya School at Jhabua." So he called a meeting and told that we'll go to Jhabua, but we'll not go in train. We will go on our bikes. Oh my God, 300 kilometers. And one fine morning, it was a Sunday morning, we left for Jhabua in good. I remember some of my friends who were there. Mr. B.S. Chauhan, Mr. Pawar was there, and Pathania ji, and so many else. I can recollect their name. So many, all of us went on our bikes, two on each, and then we reached Jhabua, and the Navodaya Vidyalaya principal and the staff was surprised to see us direct in the school, because they had sent a team to welcome us at railway station Jhabua. So, and in between that 6 to 7 hours, I had a wonderful experience to speak. That will be next time. So we reached there. It was then one of the best times we had there. I'm just speaking about his personality, his caliber, his vision, his style of functioning, and how he motivated. He always said, "If you don't take risks, you cannot progress, you cannot prosper." And those lines still are with me. Risk are very essential for the success and progress. So hats off to you, Jain Sir. I remember you with all my reverence, and I just would like my fellow friends and my teachers to see this and acquire some of the qualities what I have spoken. As a leader, I had always found you to lead your team and always seen not only leading your team but always also seen seeing behind to see if nobody is left behind. That was good morning, beta. How are you? Thank you. Fine, thank you. So that is the quality of a leader. He used to look back and drag us with him. He never wanted any person to be left behind. So many qualities of Jain Sir. I can talk about his administrative abilities. I can talk about his uh, clarity of rules on financial management of an institution. I can talk about anything. As an academician, he was a genius. He was really, and he was a man of chemistry. My God. So hats off you to Jain Sir. One thing which I'll definitely say, when I had an interview for the post of principal in Kendra Vidyalaya Sancton, it was 93 May, June. I had gone for the interview to Delhi. I stayed with him because I knew that I'll get something from him, and I got it. He gave me lots of hints. He thought of all probable questions that could have been asked the next morning. In fact, we chatted for 3 hours and I got guided by him. And he told me, to these questions you could answer like this. One question he still remember that he told me, I still remember it and salutes to him, when he said, and this was asked, that the interview people can ask you that you are a man of science, how science can be used in administration. And then mutually we agreed upon that the answer should be that science teaches us through scientific method, scientific attitude, and it's a thinking which will change, and that systematic analysis of problems and finding their solution through scientific method for any solution, for any problem. This is the best answer, that it develops scientific attitude and your analytical thinking or your reasoning and all other things associated. And I got that question. And I was selected because I could have answered. I answered better than others. And I got Kendriya Vidyalaya, BRPL, Bongaigaon, Assam. When I go to Assam, I got so many, my memories. So that will be in the next. Thank you very much. If I have taken your time, I apologize for that. My idea is not only, number one, to express my gratitude to the people whom I owe something, but only also to speak about that, because that gives me a lot of satisfaction. Maybe there is a lot of emotions inside me and I have to throw these out. And unless I throw it out properly, correctly, for the benefit of my teachers, for benefit of young principals, I feel that I am not doing my duty. So hats off to you, Sh SC Jain Sir. Thank you very much. I'm always there for you. So kind of you. Thank you, sir.